Greetings. That's right. We're talking about werewolves today.
Could have done that better.
Oh well.
Anyways, if you don't mind, I shall rant for a minute or so.
Go for it.
Okay, so I bought Howling, the book. Yes, there's books. It was like this thick, and like, it's written like somebody who wanted to write down the whole book but wanted to save time on it wrote it. It's like there's no character development, no real conversation that intersects the point of views together. Basically, near the middle of the book, like, he just quits talking to his wife. And it's like, okay, so I guess we're not going to get any more relationship out of them. And, like, the deaths are, like that, like, out of nowhere. There's a bit, like, okay, like this, like, Stephen King will build up a guy's death, like, 3 pages. Gary Brackner just, like, does, like, 4 sentences. And doesn't even really go into detail about it.
Bummer.
Like, she fell down. It tore into her throat. That's the extent of it. That's one of the deaths in the book.
Like, you didn't go into detail?
No.
That's my problem with Thomas Harris. He's a great writer and he has great ideas, but like he doesn't, I don't know, he just kind of writes things matter-of-factly, like, he bit his lips off and spit them on the floor. How about something like, he screamed in agonizing pain as the teeth sunk into his flesh or something? I don't know, something like better than just...
I will give him this. You can read it in any decade because he never actually says what year the book's taking place in.
That's good. It makes it timeless, I guess.
Yeah.
So I take it you were mostly disappointed with the novel, The Howling.
I wouldn't call it a novel.
What would you call it?
Speed reading.
Well, the movie adaptation changed a lot of elements from the book. They renamed Max Eddie and made him a werewolf. And he wasn't as clearly a rapist in the movie, though it's kind of implied. He's just a murderer.
And it's not Drago, it's just the colony.
In the book?
In the movie?
Yeah, in the movie they call it the colony, and Patrick McNee's character takes them all there. Yeah, I already reviewed The Howling and American Werewolf in London, and we just talked about The Wolfman a little bit in our very first Dead Level episode.
Speaking of which, that movie, originally, Lon Chaney was going to quit before that movie was going to be brought out, cause, like, he wasn't getting, like, he's just getting bit parts and stuff.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, man, he got to play, he got to play the Wolfman, he got to play Dracula, he got to play Frankenstein's monster, and the Mummy. He got to play, like, all the classic monsters just about.
He was never Creature in the Black Lagoon, which
no, but he barely even recognized him as the Mummy when he played Karras in the last 3 installments of the Mummy series. If you weren't told it was him, you'd never know, because it should have been flashbacks when he was, still alive. It was still Tom Tyler playing him from the Mummy's hand. But yeah, anyway, werewolves. I think that the best werewolf movies are American Werewolf in London and The Howling, which I've stated many times, and the original Wolfman. Some other good ones are Silver Bullet, Bad Moon, Dog Soldiers. But the best werewolf transformation effects were in The Howling and American Werewolf in London. Those looked like a real human transforming into a lycanthrope caught on camera. Just amazing. I cannot praise those effects enough. Wow.
Which is the one where, like, he just, like, fucking melts. And somebody's going up going...
Is this one of the Howling sequels?
Yeah. I think it was...
gosh, I don't know. Most of them are terrible.
Like, he melts down to a skeleton, and he's a puddle on the ground.
It sounds familiar.
And, like, a werewolf comes up out of it. Like, how the fuck does that happen?
Are you sure that wasn't Company of Wolves?
I'm sure.
That's like the one where like their skin comes off and like their werewolves underneath, and then this chick reads one of them a story. And
he fucking melted down to a skeleton, then to a puddle. And the werewolf.
It was one of the Howling movies. I can't remember something like that.
I think it was the 5th one. Anyways,
The Freaks, isn't the 5th one the Freaks? I know Howling 4 is the original Nightmare.
I thought Howling 5 was Reborn or something.
Maybe, I don't know. I know one of them's, yeah. And then they recently made a new one a few years ago. What was it, New Moon Rising or something?
I heard
or the Howling
I heard it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Most of the sequels are terrible, especially Howling 3, the marsupials. That was just unwatchable.
Does it count? Well, technically it's a were movie.
Were kangaroos. I don't know.
Although technically they look like Tasmanian devils.
I'd rather get mauled by a group of Tasmanian devils than sit through that piece of crap again, that's for sure.
They tear your ankles up.
It's still less painful than watching Howling 3.
Howling 2 is the best movie out of all of them.
Because that's Sybil Danning getting topless over and over repeatedly.
The thing with this movie is I feel like it's 2 different movies, like, put together into something.
Christopher Lee was cool.
Yeah.
That was the only one that was an actual sequel. And that was actually continued from the first movie, where the dude's looking for his sister, Karen White.
But for some reason,
protagonist from the original.
For some reason, they didn't use footage of her transformation from the first movie.
And it looked awful. She looked like Chewbacca. Then again, the werewolf at the end of the first one looked like a little puppy dog or something. So whatever. Robert Picardo played a great villain in the first movie. He's the role as Eddie Quist, the killer who traumatizes Karen so badly to where she can't remember what happened. Then he turns out to be a werewolf as well, obviously. He was just cool. He had all kinds of great lines. He was creepy and kind of charming at the same time.
I gotta say, some of my favorite werewolf movies, and I know you'll agree with me on it, the Ginger Snaps movies.
Yeah, those are good. I don't understand though. Ginger Snaps back. The beginning, like, it's Bridget and Ginger, like...
It's their ancestors.
In, like, what, the 19th century?
Yeah.
Is their ancestor?
Yeah. I will say about this is one of the rare movie series of several movies that actually keeps, like, the core characters with the same actors and actresses.
Yeah, what was it? Emily Perkins, is that her name?
Emily Perkins and...
Isabel.
Even if you notice, the guys in the fort... They were all in, like, the first two movies, too. Even though they were, like, a bit part, you know?
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you gotta pay... They're not, like, full front. They're, like, in the background and stuff. Chris Lentz was supposed to be in the third movie, but, like, he got, like, something happened.
He dropped out to be in Final Destination 3 instead.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
He made that movie so much better.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well, the first movie, it's kind of, like, more like she's becoming a werewolf. Like, over time, she doesn't really... turn into a werewolf in the full moon. Like, she's just slowly becoming more and more like a lycanthrope. They kind of changed the rules a little bit. Like, anything can kill werewolves this time instead of just silver bullets. Like, the original one gets hit by a truck or
and technically they didn't kill it with a truck.
Well, yeah.
It's
been a while since I've seen it.
Another thing with these movies is, though, like, apparently when you turn into a werewolf, you don't turn back. You're pretty much stuck like that, and you're like, I don't want to say you have no control over it, but, like, it's not really explored. They just, like, you know, they kill people.
What was the premise of Ginger Snaps 2? Was it Bridget becoming a werewolf, and then Ginger, like, is a ghost or something?
Yeah, she's becoming a werewolf trying to find a cure while trying to kill the werewolf chasing her.
That's right.
Which is implied to be that kid from the first movie that Ginger had sex with. Like, I'm growing a tail out of my ass. That guy.
It's been so long since I've seen that.
And, like, I watched them a lot the other day.
Should we talk about the Teen Wolf movies? Or rather, just the first one, because Teen Wolf 2 pretty much sucked.
They made a sequel?
Yeah, it blows.
Okay,
skip that one.
Let's talk about your favorite scene where that guy's dick's out at the end.
Oh
Get
my gosh.
it out of the way.
Yeah. If you look real closely, some guy's got,
He's
like,
zipping
his
his
fly
pants up.
undone. Yeah. I've actually seen different footage of it, and, like, it still looks like exactly what... Wow. Yeah, the movie's pretty much notorious. It's infamous for that scene.
But you know what's funny? He's a werewolf in the movie, but technically it's like making fun like if he was black. Like, you know, so he's a werewolf, he's a way better athlete than everybody else.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, everybody likes him better, except for Boof. You could do better than, what's her name? Amanda Wells or something?
I don't know. I haven't actually seen Teen Wolf in, like,
Pamela Wells.
20 years, so, like...
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, too. And, like, he turns into a werewolf whenever he wants, I think. Like, you know, it's not like a full moon thing. Oh, the time when he's trying to buy the beer and his eyes turn red, he's like, 1 keg of beer. That was awesome.
And, like,
of course, the surfing scene on top of the truck.
It's like, I don't get, like, he can control it whenever he wants, and, like, he's in full control. Like, he's not really, like, a werewolf. He's more like, he's just really hairy.
Yeah, pretty much. Still pretty cool makeup effects, though.
Yeah.
I miss Michael J. Fox.
He's not dead.
I know, but, like, he's hardly ever in movies anymore. There's a lot of voice acting these days.
Yeah.
Poor guy's got Parkinson's. I feel bad for him. He's in a lot of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
But,
Silver Bullet was, like, really good.
based on the Stephen King novella, Cycle of the Werewolf.
Which, honestly, could have been fucking better.
Yeah.
Like, he could have done an actual full book.
The movie follows the book pretty close. Don't they rename, isn't Gary Busey's character have a different name? Like, he's Uncle Red in Silver Bullet, but doesn't he have, like, a different name in
No.
Second World? He's still Uncle Red? Somebody has, like, a different name or something. Like, there was something that they changed. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know. Anyways.
Like, Corey Haim plays the main kid in a wheelchair.
The cool thing about it, though, was, like, when they were doing that, the guy that does the preacher was the werewolf in the costume. Originally, they wanted it to be more like, if I had to compare it, it'd be like more like one of the werewolves from Dog Soldiers, or one of the, or like, yeah, like more like a wolf. But then like Stephen King said, no, keep it like this, or like we don't actually ever get like a full shot of the werewolf unless you like pause it really fast. You're gonna miss it, like when he jumps through the window and when he rips into the house.
Also, the werewolf effects aren't the best. They're not nearly as good as American Werewolf in London or The Howling.
No, the transformation in the garage was actually really good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And the costume was okay, too.
I gotta wonder, though, it's set in Maine, right?
Yeah, of course, it's Stephen King.
Yet everybody...
It's gotta be Maine.
Yeah, but everybody pretty much talks like us. You ever notice that?
Yeah, you're right.
Especially the preacher.
Yeah, the Reverend who happens to be the werewolf.
Yeah.
I just figured out something. Corey Haim is in one of my favorite werewolf movies. He's also in one of my favorite vampire movies, The Lost Boys. He was also in Watchers, which was pretty good.
He's also dead.
Yeah, it sucks. It wasn't one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
The two Corys, him and Feldman.
He made a bunch of Lost Boys movies.
Yeah, three of them.
Yeah, he was in the second one too. He came out at the end.
Corey Haim was?
Yeah.
I didn't bother to step through the whole thing.
Yeah, he pops up at the end. It's pretty cool. He's a vampire. Spoilers. Werewolves.
Werewolves. Well, the original... What did you think about the Wolfman remake with Benicio del Toro? I think we talked about that a little bit in our Universal Monsters.
It was actually very good. And honestly, like, it made me jump a few times. Because, like...
Halfway through, I said, I'm just going to stop comparing it to the original, because it's never going to hold a candle to the original Lon Chaney.
Yeah, but then again, it did a whole lot more.
Yeah, well, it expanded upon the mythology a little bit. His dad, Anthony Hopkins, was given a much bigger role.
Well, like, yeah, it's like, the cool part about it, though, is, like, pretty much, in the first part of the movie, like the novel touches on it better, because, like, you get backstory, like, the guy, when he kills those guys that have tethered out that deer, one of them actually has a rifle loaded with silver bullets.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And it's like, he has almost like the werewolf has like almost like a sixth sense of like where exactly they are, which is pretty cool. And like, the funny part is though, like when he goes to that party in like London, people think he's in a costume, a really good costume. Like it's funny, like
damn good one.
The cool part is though, like the one chick in the dress that he goes up to, like she's blind, so like she senses what he is when he's coming up towards her, which is actually pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's why I always say books are better than movies, because you get all that
a
cool
lot more details, a lot more description. I always prefer books, but I guess we got to mention American Werewolf in Paris as well. This semi-sequel to London, which isn't nearly as good. The werewolves look more like were-lions or something. The CGI sucks, but it was okay.
Honestly, I liked it. It was pretty good for what it was. Yeah. The ghosts in that movie were hilarious.
Yeah, I know. She's blowing the whistle and her eyeball pops out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah.
Just down on VHS.
You know what movies really disappointed me? The Underworld movies.
Oh, I agree.
Like, the trailers for the first movie were, like, awesome. But all the stuff you saw is at the end of the movie.
I don't care for CGI werewolves that swing through trees like gorillas. They look just like the ones in Van Helsing.
Van Helsing was actually... Well, no, they didn't.
Kinda.
They looked like... You ever seen, Remember that Tales from Dark Side movie with the gargoyle?
Yeah.
It looked like one of those, but like with a more, like, animal face.
That kind of looked like the creature on the wing in the Twilight Zone movie, too.
Nah. And
the things on the Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, those demons.
And, okay.
They were all played by the same actor.
I forgot what I was going to talk about. Fuck. Oh yeah, Van Helsing.
Yeah.
It was a very good idea.
And he becomes a werewolf himself this time.
Mm-hmm. But it was a very good idea, but like it got bogged down through the movie.
Yeah, a little bit.
Who was Dracula?
Richard Roxburgh.
Because it felt like he kept trying to do Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, yeah. He wasn't the best Dracula.
Well, no, but halfway through the movie, his voice changes. He gets more Spanish sounding.
Use the accent. We'll talk about that more in our vampires video, which will be our next one. We already did zombies. Now we're doing werewolves. Next we'll do vampires. But yeah, if you want to see nuns disguised as werewolves and see a little baby were-kangaroo thing crawling around a chick's stomach, then going back in her pouch, see Howling 3: The Marsupials.
I've never seen it.
There's never been a better werewolf movie with nuns disguised as werewolves, let me tell you. It's the finest piece of work featuring.
Don't you mean werewolves disguised as nuns?
Or yeah, werewolves disguised as nuns. Sorry. Not sure what the people of the party were thinking when they showed up.
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, just about. Sadly, there aren't too many werewolf movies, really.
Too many good.
Bad Moon's a good one. That's features. That's the only movie I can think of that has a dog as the main character. Pretty much, he's like the protagonist. He's the one who fights the werewolf.
And before you commentate on why aren't you talking about the Universal movies, see our first fucking video.
Yeah,
we covered that in detail.
Yeah, we talked a lot more about that for like 40 minutes.
Like an hour.
Or yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, Dog Soldiers was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta wonder.
The sequel recently.
I don't know.
I haven't seen.
I gotta wonder though, like when it shows them the werewolves like running out in the woods, like they're just like zoom. Their legs aren't even moving.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's like they're like on track.
Those kind of look like the werewolves in The Howling, a little bit.
Yeah.
I gotta say this. I always prefer bipedal werewolves. But werewolves should always stand on two legs instead of being on all fours. That makes them so much scarier.
I don't know, because like originally werewolves are supposed to be like they're just like wolves, but they're bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they should be able to do both. Like they should be able to run on all fours and be quadrupedal if they want to. But I think mostly, they should be able to stand on two legs.
Okay, so I know this technically counts. Like Wolfsbane from X-Men or X Factor, whatever.
Oh yeah. She
can transform like either into like a bipedal werewolf or all the way to a regular wolf. So it's like, that's kind of...
How about Saberwolf from the Killer Instinct series?
Oh, yeah.
We've been playing Rampage for the N64 a lot lately. What about Ralph? Does he count as a werewolf?
I thought he was a rat.
No, Curtis is a rat in Rampage 2 Universal Tour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ralph's a wolf.
What? Okay. Huh. Yeah.
Does Wolfen count? Does that count as a werewolf movie? Probably not.
They're not no.
Nah.
They're just like another species of wolf.
Yeah, with like psychic abilities or whatever.
That movie was confusing as fuck.
It's weird. I haven't seen it in years.
No, it's fucking confusing.
Bizarre.
It's like they won't decide on what's what.
Indeed.
You got one guy saying something, you got somebody else saying something else.
I don't know.
It's
I couldn't follow it, so I don't think I finished it.
Like in the book, it's like they're a completely different thing altogether, and they got freaking thumbs on their paws.
Well, I used to rent a bunch of movies from our local video store before it closed down. Like I'd always get a stack this high. I remember Wolfen was one of them, and sometimes I wouldn't even finish them all.
It was full. It was full of puns.
Was it?
Full of wolf puns.
Wolf puns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, who do you think is gonna get me? The big bad wolf. It's like all that.
Is there any other werewolf movies or werewolves that we haven't mentioned?
None of note.
Werewolf in London. That predated the Wolfman. That was a pretty good one. The werewolf makeup wasn't enough though.
I did like that dream sequence where the cops burst into the house in his dream.
Yeah. And She-Wolf of London. That wasn't a sequel, was it?
Wait, I thought there wasn't actually a werewolf in that movie.
Huh? Probably not.
I've never seen the whole thing.
I don't think I have either.
We need to watch that.
Monster Squad, the werewolf in Monster Squad was really cool.
Yeah.
And the human version was played by the same actor, John Grise, who played the werewolf-type vampire character in Fright Night Part 2.
I guess we can
Not the
mention
werewolf version.
Hotel Transylvania, because Steve Buscemi plays the Wolfman.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi's awesome. I don't like the werewolves in True Blood very much because, again, they're just wolves. They're just regular wolves. Humans turning into wolves, and they're really weak. They die so easily. So I was really disappointed.
What do you expect?
I don't know. They should only be killed by silver bullets.
When somebody jams their hand into your chest and rips your heart out, what are you going to do? Grow a new one?
Yeah, they're werewolves. The only thing you should kill him with silver bullet, like in Monster Squad, where he gets blown to pieces, but then he regenerates himself because it wasn't a silver bullet. Werewolves should be more powerful than vampires because vampires already have enough,
I feel like I got to mention this. It's I know you haven't seen it, but I'll show it to you later. It's like Ed Egg on Newgrounds. Ed Egg. Like they go camping and his girlfriend gets attacked by wolves because she's an idiot. And it's like he keeps saying, like, "Show a crucifix." That's vampires. Hit it with holy water. That's vampires.
Oh yeah, vampires have a lot of.
Stab with a stake. That's vampires again. Vampires are pussies. That's one. Good. Maybe put some garlic we can throw at it. It's like, yeah.
Check that out.
Then
I
later,
don't like when vampires' weakness is silver. I think that's stupid.
yeah, but then
to werewolves.
Well, then again, though, it's if it's blessed by like a priest, like anything can be like.
Well, yeah. Or a silver cross.
But then again, though, they've made it to where like all monsters are vulnerable with freaking silver.
Yeah, it seems like it nowadays.
Which honestly, if you're getting attacked by 3 different kind of things at once, it kind of helps to have something that's consistent.
Yeah, I would hope so. Well, we should go ahead and wrap this up now.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
Stay tuned for our vampires video coming later on today.
But you won't see it till next week.
Yeah, probably not.
Spellbinder.
And this has been Dead Level Discussions.
Why do we do that?
I don't know. I was waiting for you to cuss out our audience, but that's okay.
I do that enough.
I agree. Bye.